Well, of course, it's good to win another division game, and by winning today, that kind of helps us win next week. So, as usual, tough battle here. With the Jets, I thought we were able to, put together a couple good drives there in the first half. Obviously, Kyle's fumble return was a big play for us, and kind of gave us a little bit of cushion there in the second half. But I thought we played hard. We had a good week, and we were able to finish the game on a positive note. So, look forward to continuing to play, and hopefully we can play our best football going forward. But thought the guys really played hard today. Didn't make a lot of mistakes. Made enough plays to win, so it's a good thing.
Bill, your defense was really good today. A lot of forced fumbles, a lot of fourth down plays. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I think that these guys prepared really hard this week, and we kind of. I know they were missing a couple of receivers there with Curse and Unwa, but it kind of put some pressure on us to figure out how to match up against what they were going to do. They used multiple tight ends, and they used the backs. We saw a lot of two backs out there with Cannon and in there as be by himself or as a second back. So we had to adjust some things like that, but I thought we did a good job. And those guys did a good job, and as you said, we got the ball off a couple times and made a couple big fourth down stops. So I thought they did a good job adjusting during the game and preparing during the week. Did a better job in the running game for the most part. We had a couple issues on the edge there, but overall made some big plays in the running game, especially when we had to.
Coach, how much would you define and consider this game a complete team win?
Yeah, it was a good team win. We got contributions from every area, and there's still room for improvement, things we can do better. But certainly we're happy to win and happy to be moving on. So we'll take it. Yep.
Bill, you mentioned the contributions that you got. How about the efforts of Chris Hogan and Philip Dorsett with Cordero out?
Yeah, those three receivers. It was an extra load for them. They did a really good job of blocking and getting open. We saw a decent amount of man coverage. Jets mixed it up like they usually do, but there was some tight throws that Tom made, some good catches. So they did a good job. I thought Rob, Dwayne, we got Rex, Sony, James. We got contributions really from all the skilled guys, and that was good.
Bill, how proud are you of this team for taking care of their business the last 2 weeks, needing these wins to wrap up first round bye?
Yeah, they've done a good job, and that's coming in here every day ready to go. No bad days, no say bad practices. Obviously there's always things to correct and so forth, but they worked hard. They were ready to go. They put a lot into these last two games, and we had good results. So players did a great job. We got great leadership from some of our veteran players, the captains, but also other guys that in all three phases. And this is a big phase for us today in the kicking game. These guys are good on special teams, and it was a big challenge for us. I thought our players really stepped up at the challenge there. Obviously, it's good to have King back, but just as a unit, we did a good job.
And I know you guys are relatively healthy, but how important is it to get this bye and to have an extra week to prepare for the playoffs?
What'll be important is playing well, and that's what we need to do. Play and coach well next time we get to play.
Bill, you answered a lot of questions about Tom last week not being as effective in the passing game. What did you think today? A couple of the throws, maybe staying strong in the pocket. The one late in the first half where he bought a lot of time rolling right. Like, did you see it? Did you think he looked better today?
Well, I thought we moved the ball. They did a good job in the running game. They played a couple different fronts, and certainly weren't going to let us run the ball like we did last week or even in the first game. So we threw it more. We had to go to some alternative type things. Thought our team did a good job of that. We threw the ball well, not perfectly, but well. So I know we scored 30, however many it was, points. So that's good.
And that play in particular where he bought the time, is that a little more of a vintage? Does that tell you anything more than just a good play, or no?
Yeah, I don't know. There were a lot of plays out there today. A lot of them were good. Some of them could have been better. Obviously, there was a lot of good things, but there's room for improvement for all of us.
Bill, you mentioned last week the running game was obviously there. This week, not quite as much, more the passing game. Was that more of a factor of what the Jets were giving you, or was that the plan coming in?
Yeah, well, we didn't know what the Jets were going to do, but they definitely did a good job of taking away some of the running, blocking angles, and so forth that we might have been able to create. They simply weren't there, and they played. Did a good job in the running game. We went against some alternative runs. We were able to gain some yards running the ball, and we were able to gain some yards passing the ball, certainly more than we did last week. So, again, if the defenses play us a certain way, and we'll try to do what we feel like is best to be able to move the ball and score points. I mean, that's really what it is every week in this league. It's good to get the ball in the red area. In the red area, I mean, that's something that we left some points on the field at various points, but this today was better in terms of our red area production.
And Bill, just to get back on the defensive side, you can talk about Kyle and Trey, how they played for you today. They were pretty big there.
Well, I think we got a lot of good play from a lot of different guys. Certainly, they were part of it. Dietrich and Shelton. Wise Lawrence Guys had a good year for us. He's played good, really. All year. Hightower's done a good job for us. We got Rivers had a couple plays for us in there too. So, but in the end, our coverage was good, and that gave our pass rush a chance to get there several times. So. The pass rush a lot of times is a function of the coverage. So it was a good defensive effort. And anytime you hold a team to 3 points in this league, you got to be happy with the way those guys played and end up scoring one on defense. So it's a good thing.
Bill, Joe Tooney, unless he missed a snap that I didn't see, finished the season with 100% snaps played this year. What kind of impacted the consistency of having Joe and his improvements, and also having the starting five that you started with the year finish the year up front?
Yeah, well, that's huge. And again, those guys train hard, they work hard, and as you said, they take a lot of snaps, not only in a game but in practice. It's a very durable group, tough group, and Marcus missed a couple games, Shaq missed a couple games, but those guys have been in there, not only every game but every practice, and that helps our team because we get consistency and timing and so forth. So, but Joe's had a tremendous, 3 years of durability. The only time he misses in the spring. Which, obviously is less of a setback than it is during the season. But, we've had good consistency from all those guys, and, yeah, that's certainly a big help. And overall, our team's trained hard. We've been relatively healthy all year. I think that's a credit to, obviously, the players for the hard work they do, but, Moses and his staff, they do a good job of getting these guys, putting them in position where they can perform at a high level and also do it over an extended period of time. So hopefully we can continue to do that.
Bill, now that the regular season is over and you have a bye, how would you describe the course of the regular season this year for you and this team? Did it feel like it got better every week, or there were lulls? If you took a moment.
There's some good things, and there's some things that could have been better. But in the end, we are where we are. And, essentially we won next week because we won today. So we'll see who the next team we play is. We know whoever the team is, we know they'll be good or they wouldn't be playing at this time of year. We're going to need to play our best game. That's what all of us play and coach our best game, and that's what we'll all try to do. So we'll try to, do the best job we can coaching, do the best job we can playing for whoever it is we play. And we know they'll be good. So it's the NFL playoffs. That's where we are.
Bill, just talk about Trey Flowers. I thought he had a big hand in that fumble that Van Noy returned for a touchdown and had a sack as well.
Yeah, Trey's given us, great play all year, and he's it's a tough matchup guy. He played left end, and he also played inside today, as he does in most games. So, he can match up on the tackles, he can match up on the guards and centers, and that gives us some flexibility with some other players as well. So, he's had a tremendous year for us, and he's always does a tremendous job. Nobody works harder than Trey does, and his toughness, his durability, his consistency, and his ability to play the running game, the passing game, and to play it in different positions is, you don't see that from a lot of guys on the defensive line. But he's he's done it well, and it's certainly helped our overall defense as well as whatever spot he plays. But his ability to have versatility and move helps us in other ways too. So he does a great job for us. Okay. All right. Great. Thank you. See you next week.